Your 960 supports two methods of leaning, the default rich of peak and lean of peak. With the advent of balanced injectors such as GAMI, operating lean of peak can save fuel while running cooler. We'll start with rich of peak. Upon reaching cruise configuration, use LeanFind Mode to identify the first cylinder to reach peak EGT. Note that this is the leanest cylinder, not necessarily the hottest cylinder. There are two methods of leaning. The standard method is the default, leaning rich of peak. Begin leaning the mixture smoothly without stopping. Turn the vernier mixture knob about 1/4 turn per second. Retract a non-vernier or quadrant control such that the temperature rises about 10 degrees Fahrenheit per second. When there is a 15 Fahrenheit rise in EGT, LeanFind Mode becomes active, indicated by the square blinking below the hottest EGT column, and the other engine digital scanner display will go blank. Stop leaning when you momentarily see leanest on the display and a column begins blinking. If you tap LeanFind, display will toggle to display the number of degrees below peak of the first EGT to peak, displayed as a negative number. Tap LeanFind again to toggle to the actual EGT value. To see the captured peak EGT value, hold the LeanFind button. In most cases, you will now be on the lean side of peak by about 10 degrees. While the column is blinking, slowly enrich the mixture. The temperature will increase, returning to peak. Stop enriching at the desired exhaust gas temperature, either at peak or slightly rich of peak. To use the lean of peak method, tap LeanFind and then immediately hold both the step and the LeanFind buttons until you see LOP. For the duration of the flight, your EDM will remember to use the lean of peak method anytime you use the LeanFind mode. Hold the two buttons down again to return to ROP. Once this is set, after pre-leaning, tap LF. Lean the mixture at a rate of 1/4 turn per second without pausing. When there is a 15-degree rise in EGT, the LeanFind will become active, indicated by the blinking square surrounding the number of the hottest cylinder. The fuel flow rate will be shown on the display. When the first EGT peaks, you will see the word leanest. A column will appear from the top down, forming an inverted bar graph. Continue leaning until the last EGT peaks, as indicated by the word richest, and the blinking EGT number and column. The blue column will stop blinking, and two cylinder numbers will be surrounded by squares, the leanest and the blinking richest. You can now fly the aircraft at a higher efficiency and slightly less engine power. The number of degrees below peak for the last EGT to peak is shown in the display. For additional information, you can hold the LF button down to see the word richest and the captured peak of the richest cylinder and the fuel flow spread below. The fuel flow spread is the change in fuel flow from the first to the last EGT to peak. Please consult your manual for more detailed explanations on leaning your